Let me first of all say congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
I looked through your CV and I realized that you are a basket of a lot of knowledge and good things in your own industry.
Thank you.
We have observed that in our justice system and justice delivery, many a times, a lot of your work is delayed. A lot of your work is delayed. Someone could be in court for even 10 years. Not even only, not in your place, the superior, but even the lower courts. So there is this perception that justice delayed is justice denied. What is your view on that perception? And what will you suggest to be done to stop or at least to reduce the delayance in justice delivery? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Some few minutes ago, I said we have to look at the tools we use. We have to go high technology now, AI. One of our main constraints is the recording process, writing longhand, and then the processes by themselves. A lot of people who don't know this always say cases delay unnecessarily. Yes, sometimes it does, but then the procedures we have to see to it that we shorten the procedures and the time limits. Then secondly, I talk about the tools. If we can go AI, so that recordings are done swiftly, so that by the end of the day, whatever everybody says in court is recorded by the machine, and at the end of the day, it's transcribed, and you can just sign. It makes it faster. And then number two, a lot of adjournments. That one depends on the courts. A lot of lawyers come, I'm sick, I'm that, sending letters and blah, blah. We have to curtail those things as well to make sure that cases go on. And then I said something earlier that there should be time limits. I think the rules of court should set time limits, that no criminal case should go beyond 3 months. No civil case should go beyond a certain period of time. Then we all know we are constrained to finish within that time. These are the things we have to do to be able to quicken cases, to fasten the delivery of justice. And then more courts. If we have more courts, then the workload is lessened. One court wouldn't have plenty cases if there are other courts around. So, Madam, these are some of the things we have to do to be able to deliver justice in good time. In good time. Thank you.
Chairman.
Any further question?
Yes, please.
Please do.
Something of very big interest. If you go to our prisons, most of them are choked. And it's as a matter of judgments, either delayed or wrong judgments or whatsoever. My main worry about those in these prisons are that some of them are not persons whom we should even send to prison, or we should even delay their cases. Someone goes to steal a bunch of plantain. An underage goes to steal some rice in a cooker and is eating. All these people, you collect them, you go and dump them, and sometimes even they are not segregated. The hardened, the non-hardened, all of them are together. What will you suggest to ensure that I will call these people, these little pilfering and what have you, they don't find themselves languishing, sometimes even years, sometimes forgotten, either in being called that they are in detention or they are whatsoever.
So, Honorable Hajaladi, what is the question?
My question is, what will you suggest to be done to those people so that we don't get them going into detention and wasting time?
Thank you. You said we collect them and go and dump them. We don't do that. We try them, and if they are found guilty, they are convicted and sentenced.
Please, I'm not referring to the convicted ones. I'm referring to those that, for instance, you just say, oh, You have to go and come every day, go and come, and the place is choked. When the police cells are full, they remand. You send them to the prisons where maybe they are not even supposed to go. They are the ones I'm referring to, but not the convicted ones.
Thank you, Madam. We as judges interpret the laws you make. If you change the laws, we interpret it accordingly. The prosecutors come to ask for remand because they have not finished with investigations. Madam, you can't ask the people to go home. You remand. But like you are saying, of course, it must be reasonable time. So until the laws are changed, there's nothing the judges can do, please. Thank you. So we are waiting for you to change the laws. Then, for example, the penal system, we are looking up to you. If you change it, fine. Thank you.
Yes.
I think I'm done.
Very well. I'll proceed to give the floor to the Deputy Ranking, Honorable Patricia Apiaje.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Honorable Nominee, going by your CV, I'd like to ask a question, because if I look at the time that you were born and the time that you entered secondary school, I'd like to find out, at what age did you enter the secondary school?
A little less than 12.
Specifically?
I went to the secondary school in 1970.
Yeah. So we presume that you entered at the age of 11.
11 plus some months, please.
Thank you very much. I found it very interesting because at that time, we had people entering secondary school at the age of 13. So I found it very interesting.
Luckily, my father was a head teacher, so I went to school.
Right, thank you. Honorable Nominee, how many judges do we have at the Supreme Court currently, practicing judges, and how many are women? I'm talking about current one. How many are women?
Currently, we have two, Justice Avril and Justice Mensah Bonso. And then the CJ Justice Tokono, 3.
And how many in total, please?
13.
13. Thank you very much. Honorable Nominee, I'll proceed to bring to your attention that last year, 2024, exactly in June, the Gender Equality Act 1121, was passed. One of the questions I want to put to you at this point in time is that this act mandates gender parity in public appointments. And Article 144 requires merit-based judicial selection. If these provisions conflict, for example, if achieving gender parity requires appointing a less qualified candidate, which takes constitutional precedence, and why? Which of the two? I've given you indication of the constitutional and then the legal aspect of it. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, as much as possible, you should send the best to the Supreme Court, or you should appoint the best wherever You don't use the gender equality thing to appoint somebody who you think is not qualified, but because of gender. So I will always go for the quality. If it means one person who is qualified, fine, go for that person. Don't say because of gender. If the person is not suitable or qualified for the job, you appoint the person to satisfy gender equality or gender parity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, to follow up, I would like to find out, what would you suggest should be the best approach in ensuring the achievement of the gender parity as it exists in the law? Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, if a lady qualifies, or yes, if a lady qualifies for a position, why not? Gender parity does not necessarily mean that you appoint women to satisfy the numbers. No. If the woman is qualified equally as the man, then when you are appointing, you look at that. You don't give the chances to men as against women. But that does not mean that you push ladies who are not qualified for the job to satisfy that parity. Thank you.
So, Chairman, I think I need clarity on this because I asked a specific question. What would you recommend should be the approach to achieve that? Thank you.
Madam Chairman, if you pass me through and I get to the Supreme Court, then maybe when it comes, I can then recommend, but as at now, I cannot recommend anything. Thank you.
Any further question?
Thank you very much. Honorable Nominee, one of the issues are constitutional interpretational issues that we have faced. In the 1992 Constitution, it guarantees equality before the law and prohibits discrimination, as you rightly said. Given that approximately about 35% of Ghanaian couples cohabitate, how would you reconcile the constitutional principle of equal protection with the current legal framework that denies cohabitants the same rights as married couples? Should the Constitution's equality provisions extend to protecting cohabitants from legal vulnerability?
Mr. Chairman, as at now, what the Constitution says is what we have to do, because whatever we say beyond the Constitution is noise. And no matter how many noises you make, what the Constitution says is what overrides. Thank you.